What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, I'm smiling really hard because as soon as I went to make this video to talk about this, I really just cannot just stop myself from smiling. It's actually stupid. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's fine. We're moving past it. Today, you can see, it says it right here. You go as an organization. Shout out to you as always. You're phenomenal with news. I love you. Structure Deck Masters of the Spiritual Arts. You see what this art looks like right here. Let's look at it. Well, when it happens twice, why not for the third? This is obviously referring to the OCG Structure Deck vote that happened, it's not a whole year ago, but it's getting close to a whole year ago. No, probably like 6, 7, 8 months-ish. But anyway, there was a vote in the OCG to see what Structure Deck was going to get made, and first place was Shadal's, second place was Sacred Beast, third place was Charmers. We've already got the Shadal Structure Deck. We already have some cards revealed for the Sacred Beast Structure Deck, and this one will be following suit, which is so clean. So clean. I think this is just like a cool archetype that a lot of people thought, like, design-wise was very favorable to a lot of what the fan base in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. I think they're cute. I think they're cool. I love that they have familiars. They have, like, the pets. Like, huge fan of Pokemon has, like, that kind of esque feel to it. They have, like, their own creature with them. Really, really cool. But anyway, as far as for the OCG, these are what's going to be going down there. The release date in the OCG is June 30th, okay? That's okay. We'll probably get it 3 months later, so this may be our like late year structure deck that we'll get, which is fine. The contents are pre-constructed deck of 40 cards. So it's 40 cards, which means we might not be getting any extra deck cards. Because usually it has to be over, like usually they give like a 40 card main deck, and then if they give extra deck cards, it's going to be that many cards extra over 40. So maybe this means no extra deck stuff, which is interesting. But they have 4 super rares and 6 parallel rares. That's also super interesting. That makes me curious as to, like, does that mean 10 new cards? Because usually the new cards end up in the hollow slots in these things, but you know, we're going to have to wait on that. Obviously it's just speculation. The deck enhancement pack comes with 5 cards total. Each pack comes with 4 super rares and 1 secret rare, and 5 of the cards in it comes both in super and secret variations. 1 random super rare token out of a possible 5, and 1 random playing mat out of 5 possible designs, and 1 playing guide. Obviously, this is OCG stuff. Usually when the TCG gets structure decks, it's pretty much just plain and simple. You just get your structure deck. So all this extra stuff I don't think we'll be getting here, but obviously I could be proven wrong. Maybe Konami could switch it up. But this is just so hype. Also, I really quick just wanted to look at this. If you go down the list of the results for this vote, obviously we said Shadal's, they got their structure deck. Sacred Beast, they are getting their structure deck. Charmers, we are now confirmed on the structure deck. Next up is Trap Tricks. It's actually another deck that I've been very keen on. I actually think it's way better than people think. It's a pretty good back row deck when it comes down to it. They have stuff confirmed for Eternity Code, but that would be really interesting. I'm curious if we could get that, and then maybe potentially Crystal Beast. Maybe if they just keep going down the line, they said, you know what, maybe not top 3 is not enough. Let's do top 5. I'm skeptical on that, just for the sole fact that, like, I almost get the feeling that, like, because the XZs for Trap Tricks as well as Hole by the Grave being an Eternity Code, to me almost just says, like, if Trap Tricks had placed higher in the vote, we would have just put these in the structure deck. But because they didn't, we're just going to give these to you as just, like, random, you know, one-of support in, like, a core set randomly. So I don't see them getting this and then a structure deck on top of it. But I could be wrong. And then, say, Crystal Beast, they don't have support in a while. Maybe they just skip Trap Tricks because they're already giving them support and go straight to Crystal Beast. I don't know, but I thought Sacred Beast might have been, like, the exception of, like, we thought first place only would get it, but they were like, boom, Sacred Beast. And I didn't really think, I was like, okay. Because Sacred Beast gave Shadal such a strong run, they said, you know what, let's do them both. But now we see Charmer. Maybe they just keep going down the list. I'm not here to say either way. I'm just saying it's a possibility. If there's going to be another one and they do that, it's going to be Trap Tricks or Crystal Beast. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the only other thing I want to talk about here, and this is probably a whole nother video that I might do tomorrow potentially, or the day after or something, is talking about this. Like, what could the deck be? like, just real quick thoughts. I think it could be potentially really cool if, like, all of the Link 2s come out. All the Link 2s that have the same effect. They're all one of the 6 attributes, and they can revive one monster from your opponent's grave with that attribute. And then, if any of them are destroyed, let you add a monster of the same attribute with 1,500 or less defense from deck to hand. So they do all float, which is nice. Well, that's a pretty good utility. I mean, it means anytime anybody, it means every deck you play against has to be very weary about putting anything in the grave. Because if they do, you have the potential to punish them. If the Dark Link comes out, playing against Orcus, they can't feel comfortable about leaving Ding in grave without a quick removal to get it out of grave, because you can just reborn it and punish them, and then you have Ascend, and then you just have a 2,600 beater on board. Pretty good. Or if somebody tries to use Pankratops against you and you bait it out or deal with it, and then you're able to connect into the earth, you revive the Pankratops, and now you have a 2,600 beater that's also a Dryden, right? So that's pretty good. Like, there's just stuff like that, and if they really rounded out the archetypes so that it had a solidified engine that could, like, consistently get them into whatever attribute they needed to make those links, maybe we could be looking at something pretty cool. I don't know. Those are just my quick little thoughts here. I'll probably be looking at making a video a little more in depth on what I'd like to see from the structure deck. But other than that, we're just waiting. And fingers are crossed that what we see is what we want to see. Something promising competitively for them. Something that shows that they'll be able to do something. That would be super clean. But yeah, until then, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, leave your thoughts down below on this. Are you excited for this? Are you happy this became a thing? If so, what do you want? What do you want to see? I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on this one. This one is super hype. This is some of the hypest news I've seen in a minute here. There. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.